Before we start, let's play a drinking game real quick. I want to propose this to you guys. Whenever you guys see my gameplay footage, we have like 16 or so minutes, 16 and a half minutes of gameplay of Stellaris. Whenever you see a big ass Xbox or the game crashes or if you see any like DLCs missing, take a drink. If you don't have any drink, and if you're a smoker, take a blinker. Who cares? Let's just get fucked up because we're honestly, it's better to do that than play this fucking game. Stellar Ass, as I'm calling it for this launch, is utterly atrocious, at least for the console edition. I have the PC version, but I mostly play console, so I am talking about the console edition, at least the new gen version of the console edition, the Series X and Series X. I have an Xbox or the PlayStation 5 version of the of Stellaris Console Edition. Now, I'm not sure if you guys noticed or if you guys been under a rock or if you guys have played Stellaris. This console release, at least this updated console release, has been utterly atrocious, utterly unplayable at times because the amount of crashes, DLCs missing, freezes, all that, late game performance issues, all that is just utterly unplayable. I'll still play it because I am a really, I really love Stellaris, so like, I can somewhat push through it, but even then I always have to, like, after maybe like an hour or so of annoyance, I just have to give it up. Now I have like a list, it's more so of a rant. I have a list of things that I'm just gonna go through and we're just gonna talk about it because there's so much stuff in this game that is just utterly just bad for launch that they should have just took more time in, I should say. Now, first off, the game crashes. The game crashes in this game happen I promise you, every 10 to 15 minutes. And I say 10 to 15 minutes, and that's highballing it. This is 16 minutes of gameplay. I can tell you this right, I'm not going to spoil it. You guys will see how many times the game crashes in this gameplay. I was recording on Twitch, I was streaming on Twitch, and I downloaded that file, and I put it in here for this gameplay. You guys will see how many times I had to restart, how many times the game crashed, and now I'm stuck on a loading screen. People are watching me, they're stuck on a loading screen. And I have to restart the entire game. That's the one thing you have to do. When a game crashes, a full restart, they have to go back into it and then restart the game, load back up your save, then go into it just for it to crash 5 to 10 minutes later. Now, with that being said, with the crashes, then you also have the DLC malfunctions. Now, if you guys, as well with the DLC malfunction, if you load into the game, sometimes, even when you haven't even played it, maybe you just load up, like, I just woke up, let me just go in and play some Stellaris. You go in, you play some Stellaris, and then you go to load your save in, then it says DLC's missing. And if I have every single DLC that's current up to date on the Stellaris Console Edition version. So, it doesn't matter. Some people say like, hey, you should just take away some DLCs, so then it'll be better for that. Then you restart. But either way, you restart it either way because it takes away. It's not just taking away like one or two like portrait DLCs or one or two expansion DLCs or species packs. No, I literally have to. You'll see every single DLC is missing, so then I have to freaking restart the game again, hard restart again, to then get those DLCs back. And not only with that, even with the DLCs, is not a guarantee that it will load back in the one time you restart. So you can restart, you can see the DLCs missing. Okay, let me restart my game. Restart your game. The DLCs will still be missing. You can do this like the max I've done it was three restarts. I had to go in, DLC's missing, restart. Go in, DLC's missing, restart. Go in, DLC's missing, restart. Then finally, my DLC is there that I can actually go back in and load into my game. Like utterly, it gets to a point. It really does get to a point to where you're questioning why you're even playing this game, or you should maybe go back into the past version, because you can even see right there on the screen only had one DLC. You can see right there all those DLCs are currently missing. Why? So I have to go in and restart the entire game after my game just crashed, to then go back into it to see that, then restart it again to where it might not even be there again. It's utterly this bad. It's bad, it's bad, it's bad. That, and then third thing, the game freezes. the game freezes. I'm like on my Driven a Simulator campaign that I'm doing right now with Iron Man. I'm at like 2275 or whatnot. So I'm like, the game starts around like 2200. So like I'm like 75, 76 years in, and I'm already getting freezes. You can say that's probably because I have high. I put on the high 30 count with Empires. With that probably could be it or whatnot. But even in the old console, like old Xbox version of it, you really didn't see late game like freezes, performance issues, anything like that. And again, you can see that I'm still missing DLCs to where I have to restart again. If you guys are counting right now, it's probably like 3 or 4, maybe even 5 drinks you guys should be taking right now. I already took mine because I'm already drunk as hell. This game's already fucked me. So, like late game performance issues in the old version usually happen around like usually in game. You have a lot more pops, you have a lot more stuff going on, a lot more ships, so whatnot. So a lot more. I don't even I don't even know what in game is right now when it comes to the console, the new gen console version. I'm low key scared. I'm low key scared for what it's gonna be like with the old versions or whatnot when I get to that point. When I get to that point, so I just it's like I said before, this is stellar ass, absolutely stellar ass. I don't know how to defend this, I guess you can say. Then with if you wanted to go, then the reason is because they kind of hard lock you with the next point. They kind of do a hard lock you with the you playing the new gen version, I guess you could say, because I main, like I said, I'm playing Driven a Simulator. I main Machine Empires, and I usually always tech rush and whatnot. Then the new DLC, the new big thing they had was, I really don't, Astral Planes is cool, really don't care too much about that. I kind of just got it because I just wanted all the Stellaris DLCs. But the main thing, the big thing was Machine Age. I really wanted Machine Age because it boosts a whole lot of stuff when it comes to like the new Crisis. No, the new Crisis that came with it, upgraded things to Machine Empires and Tech Rush Empires, Cosmogenesis, new Origins, new tradition trees, like all that. You can't get that in the old version. Like I there's a time there I like at first when a new gen version initially launched, I just thought that my shit would just transfer over, like I'll just update it and there's a new gen version. No, you have to actually download a whole different version that's more gigabytes, by the way, than the old gen version, which I guess makes sense, I guess. But like you have to download a whole new version of the game. But luckily it is free, W for that. But you have to download a whole new version for that. And Machine Age, Astral Planes and whatnot will not run. At least they did not show up or will not show up. I didn't see anything with Astral Planes or Machine Age with the old version of it. So if you have the old version, you will not be able to experience any of the actual new things in Stellaris that really propel it forward. I would say, because the more and more DLCs you get, the more and more stuff you can do, the more and more lively and more immersed I feel like this world, whatever like your world is, and you just don't get that. So if you want that, you have to play the new gen version, and with that new gen version, it's unplayable. Like it's literally unplayable unless you just unless you're like me and you just power through the crashes, the missing DLCs, the early game freezes, all that stuff. Like only like really big deal, I guess, Stellaris fans could really do that. The average person is not going to do that, which then just goes into my next point. The average person cannot do that. So like I have a lot of friends, like I have a friend, 2 friends that I want to get into playing Stellaris with, but I can't recommend them to get this version because one, Stellaris is already a difficult game to get into. There's a whole lot of stuff to get into. The tutorial is not that good. And a lot of things with Stellaris you kind of have to do your homework with. Like like with Stellaris you have to go and look up stuff if you want to like know the new meta, if you want to like play good or whatnot, be better and learn a lot of the intricacies of the game. Unless you just trial and error it, most of the other time you're on YouTube looking up YouTubers and seeing out what build you want to make your empire with, if you want to make it like that way, or if you just want, like, I know there's multiple ways of playing Stellaris, but like if you want to do that route and like learn a lot of stuff with the game, you have to look up and kind of like do your own game homework, I guess you can say. But so you already have that hard barrier of entry in like these grand RTSs. Then if you top that off with the game crashing every 5 minutes, the DLCs not showing up every time you load in, you have to do multiple restarts, more than likely to get those DLCs to finally load back into your game. The early game freeze frame drops, early game FPS drops or whatnot. It's literally unplayable. I want to recommend this game to other people, but I can't because the game just doesn't work. It doesn't work unless I tell them to go play the old gen version. But the old gen version is completely, even with this new DLCs and even with the new, it's completely different. There's literally two separate games. Even if you take away the new DLCs that just came out, there's two different there are literally two different games between the old gen version and the new gen version. They're completely different. You got more map sizes, you got more empires, you got more fallen empires, more marauders. You have a lot more stuff that you can do in the new gen version that you just can't do in the old gen version. So unless I do that, then it's literally pointless. It's literally pointless. And you got people as well that say, oh, it's just a couple restarts or whatnot, blah blah blah, that you can just do. Like, no, it's not. Maybe for you, I don't know. I just know for Xbox, I don't know, maybe PlayStation doesn't really have the fire, but like this is mainly speaking, I guess, from an Xbox player's perspective, that it's literally impossible. Like, I'm doing 3 or 4 restarts just because to get my DLCs back, and then my game is crashing every 5 minutes, 5 to 6 minutes. Even in this thing, the first 3 minutes there was a crash. Then I had to restart my game twice because my DLCs didn't fucking load. Then it crashed again. Like, this is literally, like, it's literally atrocious. Like, don't get me wrong, I was happy. Like, I really do think that some people say like, oh yeah, I'd rather have it than them delaying it. No, delay it. So I'd rather them delayed it. It wasn't like I was like overly rushed to go play the new Gen Stellaris version. If I wanted to, I technically could just went on my computer and did it. But I like to feel the controller and you know, the PC version doesn't have controller support. That like I just like the game is just you just can't do it, and it takes away immersion. I feel like it takes away immersion. It takes away it ruins a short term or whatnot. Like it takes away so much each time you reset, each time you have to restart the game. Like you're investing into your galaxy, you just have to restart it. And you gotta keep restarting to where you're just like, bro, why am I playing this for? And you just go in and play something else. Like, yeah, like even when I was recording this last night, it kept restarting so much to where I was like, yeah, I'm just gonna go to bed because I'll try to do this tomorrow. And then with my last thing, Paradox hasn't really, at least I haven't seen anything where they have like made an official announcement like when a patch will come out for this, or when a big update for like a lot of these fixes have come. I know I know they know about the bug related problems that are happening in this newest gen version, but they haven't really came out with anything like, okay, yeah, we're going this by this date, or this thing, yeah, we hear you, we got it done, it's coming in, blah blah blah. Because like I don't know, I just feel like they should have waited a lot longer. Then they could have waited till Christmas. I don't know, like that could have been like a Christmas thing. Like they could have waited till Christmas to December to like really polish this out, really polish this gameplay and this performance issues and all this other stuff. Don't mind my cat, but really this performance issues, all this other stuff out to where then, you know, we would have had this problem. We just go on and we move forward with this. I say the best version of Console Edition. Even with this, still the best version of Console Edition you can play. Because with this, we're only like a console's only like, at least with this new version, we're only like a year or so behind the PC version. Of course, we need Biogenesis, we need all the Shadows of the Shroud and whatnot that are coming out. But like, this is like literally the best version of Stellaris I feel like you can play. And with all this stuff, it makes it so hard to play or recommend and do other stuff with. I don't know. I was just ranting. These are like the big things that I just really just didn't like. I get you saying about this newest version, and it just irks me to twerk. I really love this game, but that's really all I got. One final fucking crash from my game. That's all I got. Thank you so much. Leave a like and subscribe. I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.